What's up, my fellow traders? Hope you all having an awesome day. A quick one here on nat gas, gold, silver, crude oil, and let's go through coffee today as we are getting some amazing moves and conditions there as well. So starting with natural gas. So price nicely bounced up from the zone that was mentioned yesterday and also from the support level that was also mentioned yesterday and sent to my members and nicely pushed up. Now, two things I want to mention and I want to teach you as well. Now, if you are a member from a couple of years, at least for 1 year, then last year when I've sent trade alert for natural gas, I try to take 2 entries and I keep bigger stop loss as well, especially for commodities. But here on nat gas, 1 ATR wouldn't have been hit, but as you know that I keep my stop loss a little bit below to take a bigger target. Again, if you are in my group last year as well, since last year, then you know that a bigger target has been hit. I've added some more pips and here the price exactly hit 90 points on natural gas. Right here, as you can see, this zone was already mentioned in my yesterday's video to mark these on your charts, and if you have marked it and if you have your own strategy, then it has played out nicely and there is no ifs and there is no buts. Right here from the zone, the price pushed up. And let's see a quick clip from the last video so that we can connect the dots from there. Please update your zones accordingly, but if you have not yet marked these zones, mark support and resistance level both on your charts. You're just looking for a pullback entry, bullish, double bottom, or simply an aggressive entry, which is my bullish engulfing pattern within this zone. Now here on capital.com, we do have valid bullish engulfing pattern. That is a valid pattern and that is a valid entry. Still a valid entry is totally up to you if you want to take it or not, but a good example of bullish engulfer. Perfect. So we are pushing up nicely as planned. Now, if you're looking here on NEMEX, I don't trade on NEMEX, and also just to let you know, I have personally not taken this trade. I've just set the stops and target because I was already in some other trades and I do not want to enter one more trade according to my risk management. So I've not entered this, but it would have worked out if I would have entered this trade. So nicely pushed up. And if you look here on NEMEX as well, here on NEMEX we have a minor double bottom, but if you look here on 1 hour, if you follow me from couple of years, you know how I take my double bottom trades and clear double bottom pattern here on NEMEX platform. And I also want to give you one more heads up. It is a minor level of resistance as well from where I'm expecting some good pullbacks. On 1 hour, if you're looking at your entries, look for a bullish engulfing pattern above 50 MA. That is something I go at least in my time frames for my entries. I go on 1 hour as well, but mainly I trade on 4 hours. So pullback entry on 1 hour and pullback entry on 4 hour as well is something I will be looking at. But ideally, I would like to see a break above this high, then a pullback entry bullish. That is all I want to see. Actually, that is all I want to see for the pullback entry bullish. I want to see a break above this high and then a pullback entry. Otherwise, it invalidates one of my rule of a pullback entry. But here on 1 hour time frame, it's absolutely fine if you take a pullback entry bullish on 1 hour time frame, but on 4 hour I won't go for that. There are multiple conditions we are getting and multiple chance of entries we are getting, which I'm going to go through in this video. Number 1, a pullback entry bullish on 1 hour time frame. Number 2, you can now start to look for a double bottom pattern on 4 hour as well. We had a nice double bottom pattern on 1 hour, but if the price comes down, forms a bullish engulfer without a candle to close below these lows, or we have a pin bar. Now a green candle can be an entry as well, but it's going to be very, very risky. So a pin bar and a bullish engulfer is something I would be more interested to take a trade. But if the price pushes up like this and then pull back, in that case, the double bottom pattern will become invalid. So it must push from here without breaking and close above these highs. Only then I will look for my double bottom pattern. Keep looking for these details. I look for very small details for my entry. So that is one condition I want to look for. Number 2. If you remember in my previous video, the first video, the Fibonacci entry I've mentioned, which is all the way from here, with a buy limit order, since the price opened below in gap, didn't get a chance to enter a trade. Now, if the price pulls back again, that can be a buy limit order. If you're already in the trade, if let's say if you're already in a buy trade, then 1.618 retracement can be a bigger target on all 3 platforms according to the Fibonacci entries I've already mentioned in 2 videos before. Let's see a quick video from that as well. So on all 3 platforms, mark your zones above and below, which I'm going to mention very shortly. So from these zones, what you need to do from this high to the lower level. And it is your Fibonacci entry. Again, going to be very risky entry, but it gives you a very good reward. Make sure every time you trade, whatever you trade, you must have your stop loss there. So I would wait for the 50% retracement, and for aggressive entry, that is my buy limit order. Stop loss can be below this pattern and take profit can be 1.618 retracements. Perfect. So it's totally on your own discretion or your own decision how you would like to enter the trade. My job is to give you conditions and my job is to give you directions and my opinion. That is all. Take your trades on your own risk. So if you're someone who's holding on with the buy trades, it is a target I'm looking at for the long term. On 1 hour, I've given you the intraday trades opportunity as well. And on 4 hour, that is a target for aggressive traders. Also, a double bottom pattern is something in a play for my entries. Now, these are the entries I'm looking at on 1 hour and on 4 hour. Look for your conditions. That is all. For the pullback entry bullish on 4 hour, must break above these highs, then a pullback entry bullish. So these are the conditions I'll be looking at. Double bottom, pullback entry on 1 hour again in case you missed it. And also number 3, since we had a double bottom played out perfectly fine. Now in that scenario, I would like to mark my neckline as well. Not my neckline actually, a double bottom pattern neckline. So from here, we had broken above the neckline. Now, if I am a student, we had second entry triggered already from the break of the neckline, which is like right here. Now, at this point, if the price come back down and retest a neckline. Now, it is something you might get because it is on 1 hour time frame. You might get this move quickly. If you have a retest of the neckline and price from a bullish engulfer right here, in that case, that is also one of my entry which I use for my double bottom pattern. So these are the conditions now I'll be looking at. Expect these move as well. And these are the moves now I'll be personally monitoring for my entry conditions. So keep an eye on all 3 platforms. It is something I'll be monitoring as well for the double bottom on capital.com as well. And on 1 hour pullback entry bullish, since we are getting a bullish cross, if you have a pullback entry bullish, I'm gonna go long. I might send an alert to my members on 1 hour as well, since net gas is going fine on 4 hour and 1 hour as well. I might send that as well. So let's see how this goes. But it is something I need to look as well. On 4 hour, again, double bottom from this rejection zone is something I would like to see as well for my possible entries right from here. So these are the conditions now I'll be looking at. Keep looking for these conditions. Once we have a condition, we are good to go long. Now, also keep an eye on the next level of resistance, which is quite far, but expect a retracement from these levels. Since I'm looking at NG2 as well, if you're looking at NG2, this is the level of major resistance on NG2. And it is a futures platform which is now at March and April contract. So we might see some pullbacks from these zones before the price pushes up. But I'm not looking at NG2 at this point. Look at these levels. But once the price hit these highs, I'm not expecting a good pullback, since it is also level of minor resistance on 4 hour time frame. So that is what I'll be monitoring these levels as well. That is why I'm saying look for your pullback entry bullish on 1 hour as well. These are the conditions I'll be looking at. I'm also monitoring these levels on all 3 platforms. And once we are broken above these highs, only then we're going to start to look for the continuation buy trades right here, a nice trending market, and we still have a good chance the price will continue to push higher. Not taking any sell trades as long as we are trading above these highs, and we are above these zones as well. Next up, we have gold. Gold is pushing up. Since there is no entry conditions, I have not bought gold. Now, we might get a triple top pattern. With this triple top, if we have a bearish engulfer, again, I'm expecting another fall from here. So keep an eye on this triple top area right here. 2934.02 goes to 2942.91 here on Ovanda. Look for triple top or inverted hammer. That is something I'm looking at as well, which is 382 candle bearish. Once we are broken above these highs, only then gold will turn completely bullish. Now coming here on silver, like I mentioned, we might see a double bottom, which we had a minor double bottom on 4 hour, and if you look here, a good double bottom pattern on 1 hour as well, which is right here, absolutely right here. Now from this pattern on 1 hour time frame, these are the entries I'm giving you guys every day. All the way from here, I'll go 180R, something like this, and if I go 1.4 to 1 reward to risk ratio, it looks like this. So double bottom is in the play, and it is something I'm expecting a price to get to, at least to hit this target. If you are a student, you don't need to wait for my signals, but you know your entries yourself. Here on 4 hour, exactly double bottom minor as well. I'm still expecting a price to push higher, at least to these recent highs. And once we are broken above these highs, only then we are looking at the level above. But then we're going to start to look at the pullback entry bullish. So for silver, I'm still bullish. I'm not selling silver as long as we are trending nicely above 50 and 20 EMA. Coming here on silver. Sorry, on crude oil. Nicely pushed up. And now if you look here, like I mentioned yesterday, we can still get a nice push up, which we had. Price is pushing up. And if you're looking at this bearish engulfer, I'm not taking it as a trade. Yes, that could be a valid pullback entry bearish as well, but there is a double bottom area as well. Now, with this bearish engulfer, we might get a chance to look for a good scalp, and price might push down one ATR, which is half a dollar, and then pushes back up. But that is a valid condition of pullback entry bearish. For now, we are expecting a push up. Again, I'm still expecting a push up, not selling long term until and unless we are above these highs. So I'm expecting a price to push up for now, but expect some consolidation maybe before the price pushes up. Once we are broken above 50 EMA completely, only then I'm going to start to look for my pullback entry bullish. For now, price nicely bouncing up from the double bottom pattern, and we are still intact with the bullish momentum. And let's see how it goes. I'm still looking at the price hit 1.2 to 1 reward to risk ratio targets. Finally, we have coffee right here. Now, at this point, price is trending up nicely, amazingly, since we had a breakout. If you remember a couple of videos ago, I've mentioned this move, and take profit was hit as well. So for now, we are trending up nicely. What are we looking at? Like I said, trend is a friend, and we are not going against the trend. So we are getting a possible entry here. If that turns out to be a bullish engulfer, for me, that is a buy signal, and I'm going to go long using 1 ATR from a target which is 10 at this point, and I might manage my trades to these recent highs. Was broken above these highs. Again, I want one more pullback I want to see, and then keep on taking long. So I'm not selling coffee as long as we are not broken below these lows. Once that happens, in that case, the price will reverse from here. For now, let's see how this candle closes. It will decide. If that close is a bullish engulfer, that is my buy signal, and in that case I will go long. So that is it for today's analysis. Hope you got a value. If yes, give this video a thumbs up, subscribe if you're new, so that we can all trade together and trade efficiently. Hope you trade green. I'll see you guys in the next video. Till then, take care.